You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life feels lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
Welcome everyone to the Racers Elite Truck Series here from Talladega, Alabama. I'm Alan Bergen. Alongside me, my brother from another mother, Mr. Shane Lake, all the way up in Maine. And we're in for a treat here. 75 laps of the most talented drivers in the field here as we are working our way through qualifying right now. And we are, just as I said, we are live on Sim Racing Media just south of St. Louis in the Tony Trapasso Memorial Studio. And Shane, happy Sunday to you.
I wouldn't exactly say that. New England lost to St. Louis. Not St. Louis, well, you might as well say it. New England lost to the Rams. So, not exactly happy. And Talladega gives me a lot of trauma considering all my past history, especially in the truck series here. Need I remind people of April. So, yeah, happy Sunday, my tail end. But these boys are going to put on a whale of a show because I know that 75 laps here with these guys is going to fly by. And I can't wait to see the chess games that are going to happen here tonight.
Hey, you know, the last Talladega race that you and someone that would be in the booth with you tonight happened, it got you a job at Sim Racing Media. So there's some good that came out of it.
Yeah, I got a job here, but I ended up with a wrecked truck.
You still finished third.
Yeah, with the thing knocked halfway out of the alignment. You finished second. Your truck didn't look a whole lot better.
Well, breaking news in the garage area, the chief cook and bottle washer here at Sim Racing Media, Jonathan Leach making a rare appearance in the truck. And Shane, I've been hanging out with him all day long, and he's pumped ready to go. He's scratching that proverbial itch to get back racing. And, if the itch is bad for John, I can't imagine what you're going through. As you're probably going stir crazy. The closest thing you got right now is Forza.
Forza and R Factor too, but as soon as I'm able to get back behind the wheel, for a fact I'm making up lost time, and I already have plans to possibly run the Snowball Derby in December, and if the timing works out, I may even be in the Chili Bowl at the end of this month. So we'll just have to wait and see how it goes.
I can, you're like Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch made the announcement today, or not today, but earlier this week, saying that he was going to be in the Chili Bowl in 2025. So, with that being said, and you can catch the Chili Bowl, the real world Chili Bowl. All the action is on. It's going to be on Flow Racing, as well as the Tulsa Shootout. Shane, if you ever get a chance to watch the Tulsa Shootout on Flow Racing, do it.
Oh, I've caught highlights of both Tulsa and Chili, so I plan on actually watching both of them live this year.
Now, if next weekend I'm planning on watching the Florence 400 as Dale Jr. makes his return to the iconic 8 car. So
yes, not just any iconic 8 car, because that's what he's usually been. He's flipped between the 8 and the 3, but it's the Budweiser 8 car, the infamous paint job.
I cannot wait to see that, and I think we're going to try to put something together in our Discord, and maybe hit the live button and give our takes on what we're seeing that night. But right now,
I'd be all for that, dude.
But right now, as we're looking at the weather, and these guys are finished up qualifying, they got about 4 seconds before we get gridding. We got a 73-degree ambient temperature with a 47% relative humidity, and they have cranked the temperature up on the track as we get ready to go gridding here. And here's how everything's going to shake out tonight, as you got Bradley Stefane on the front row, along with Hiram Villar in that number 21 truck. He's on the outside. Truth Oak out of Hickory, North Carolina, he's going to be on the inside of row number 2. Brian LaPratt in that 101 truck, he's going to be on the outside of row number 2. Terry Fennell, he's going to be starting 5th. Trevor Woodward going to be starting 6th. Aaron Epsey going to start 7th. Zachary Felicity going to start 8th. Brandon Honeycutt out of Elizabethton, Tennessee, he's going to start 9th. 12th. We'll go to Trevor Catalano, Andrew Tuft, the chief cook and bottle washer, and our chief cook and bottle washer, Jonathan Leach, the 2 bossmen, side by side. As we go a little deeper in the field here. Starting 13th will be Colin McDonough. Your 14th starter will be Rob Yost Jr. out of Zuyos Racing. Andrew Deemer out of Grease Monkey Motorsports. We normally see him on Tuesday Night NASCAR. And Brad Jouett is going to be starting 16th and rounding out your field. As these guys are gridding up. There they are on the grid.
Yep, and as we were talking about fuel mileage, you're looking at about 35 laps, so this is probably a 2-stopper. Unlimited tires, 2 green-white checker finishes, 1 fast repairs. So the strategy is going to be a lot more towards fuel than it's going to be for tires, even though Talladega usually doesn't chew tires up. It's still helpful towards the end of the race to have a fresh set of stickers on the truck, especially if it gets late run.
Absolutely, you're not wrong there. As Jonathan Leach finally gets gridded up, we're going to get ready to start our formation laps here. And, 16...
I was about to say, it took the boss man long enough.
Well, I mean, he is the boss. He can do whatever he wants.
True.
So we get ready. We're going to show you some of these onboards that we have for you tonight, starting with the SRM onboard with Jonathan Leach.
Oh, the truck looks good now. Let's just hope it stays looking this good later.
A little bit further in the field, the Wrangler on board with Truth Oak.
Seems like he's incorporated that red and white paint job on everything he's driving these days.
I mean, you gotta love it.
It's simple and it
And
works.
the Road Ranger on board cam with Andrew Tubbs.
He's
So we're
channeling his inner Ty Majeski.
I mean, you're not wrong. And then also, the Budweiser cam with Trevor Woodward, our neighbor from the north.
Now he's channeling his inner redneck Jesus on this one, hoping Dale Jr. brings him one. Says everybody in the stands.
Absolutely.
You know what they say around these parts.
Look, take it easy. We're south of the Mason-Dixon line, okay?
Well, I was only going to say raise hell, praise Dale.
Okay. I mean, look, Dale Jr., Dale Earnhardt, Dale Jr., if you say a bad word about them two, you're like,
you're
it's bad.
You're fried down in Talladega if you talk trash about the Earnhardts.
You don't talk trash about the Earnhardts down here in Dixie.
No, you don't. You really don't. Man, I'm telling you, we saw that, especially in force when Jeff Gordon won here in 2004. As everyone was raining Bud cans on that Pepsi car.
My gosh, that was horrible.
And to think, tying all of this in, they're actually going to be scanning that car and some of the other Gen 4 cars to get ready for a release coming in March of the new Gen 4 package. All
right, Shane, it's your favorite time. You're up. Let's get this party started here on a Sunday evening.
Hardy's got the green flag in hand. Wave it for us one time, as they say down in Talladega. Raise hell, praise down. We're racing in Talladega.
I just felt that in.
I was about to say, it seems like you got the digger cam working already. Don't. Oh, it's going to be a fun 75 laps around here today.
I mean, I feel sorry for the guys that got later on a racetrack.
Oh, I know, right?
Hey, SRM does not pay workers' comp.
No, and having these cameras, you kind of wonder, who did Matt Metler call not to work? Looks like the front hasn't changed at all. We've got ourselves, it looks like a couple of pace laps going on here.
Yeah, these guys are spread out here. 3 wide here in the front as Trevor Woodward shows crash. Let's see what happened there. I seen it. The 9 truck of Trevor Woodward goes for the slide for life.
Yeah, that did not look good.
Working lap 75. So here's the thing. So me and Matt Metler, knock on wood, have a streak going when we do these super speedways. And right now we are 4 for 4 of no cautions.
Do not jinx this.
I knocked on wood.
I don't think you knocked hard enough.
I knocked that hard. Look, if I knock too hard, my dog can go crazy. As Brandon Honeycutt just went purple with a 50.48. Shout out to Leach up 6 spots. He's been running races all day. He's been scratching that itch.
Yeah. Inside line's looking pretty good for him right now. That
John, stay above. John, stay above the yellow, please. Cannot evade your position.
Yeah, you don't need to be dicing down there because you get too far down on that thing, you're going to hit the truck sideways.
Well, last night after the Dirt Mafia Motorsports first annual Thanksgiving Thunder, and Shane, I know you had that YouTube.com live chat lit up on that last night, learning about dirt racing. Want to thank Jordan Brookell for jumping in there last night and giving me a hand on the call. Shane, I know you would have been in there if you would have known just a little bit more about Kokomo and dirt racing.
Yeah, Kokomo, I don't know a whole lot about, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around the mini stocks. The pro late models I've driven a handful of times, but bigger places like Knoxville and Eldora. So trying to wrap my head around those things at a quarter mile like Kokomo, yeah, it would have been a struggle. And speaking of wrapping my head around things, John, why did you go to the high side?
Maybe he thought it was faster? I don't know.
It ain't working.
I mean, I didn't give him drive. We're not spotting for him.
Yeah, I think I would have had a better chance spotting, but that's beside the point.
Well, right
now.
now.
Oh, dear God, back out of it, John. It's 3 wide in front of you. Back out of it.
There's 2 guys that could possibly spot from the booth, and one of them is sitting next to me in the imaginary broadcast booth, and the other one is Dave Regal, who decided that he needed a break after 36 weeks of SNN. Oh, save it, save it, save it, save it. Oh. And we got a card, saved it.
Hey,
that would be Mr. Terry Fennell. As he's going to back out of it, recollect his thoughts, and get back after it. Back here in the front, Johnson Leach is now raced in all 3 lanes of traffic.
Well, in a way, doing it now is smart because he's going to know what his truck is going to do in every single position out there. It's just a matter of having the right help behind him and now being able to get up to the front as it looks like he's trying to make his way to the lead as we're talking about him. Whoa, oh, here we go. Truth Hope got turned.
We're going to stay green.
Yeah, I think he got far enough down to the inside, but Truth's race might be over already.
And just to say that, let's see what happened to Truth. And the double nickel. He gets into Jonathan Leach. Whoa, he almost... Oh, Truth Hope just went for a ride.
Yeah, he smacked the right side up against the fence after he basically ripped the left side off on the Talladega concrete.
And showing here Villar crashing. Also.
And, oh, John got turned, it looks like, too. And, oh, dear Lord.
You can't park there, but let's...
No, you can't.
Let's go to Jonathan Leach's truck here. We're going to back up the 4th wall. We're going to break the 4th wall. I got to back up the 4th wall. We're going to break the 4th wall.
Oh... I feel like John Cena and Roman Reigns right now. See ya, 4th wall.
Here we are.
All right, John looks like he tries to get down, and you just can't push in the tri-oval.
Oh.
And then gets pinball.
Well, someone's a pinball wizard, and it's not me. And there's our first caution of the night.
And I told you not to jinx it, and look what happened.
I didn't jinx it. It was a bad push.
You still jinxed it by saying you guys went 3 for 3 on
it was 4 for 4.
4 for 4 on caution-free super speedway races, and here's number 5 saying, "Him, caution-free my butt."
Well, we're gonna go down to Budweiser Racing. And we're going to grab the boss man, Jonathan Leach, and bring him up to the SRM booth. I have a quick word with him. After he comes off pit road.
Yeah, probably a good idea. He's got to get that fast repair in because parts and pieces are flying off that truck, worse than what was going on down in Adelaide in the V8 Supercar Series this weekend.
That was this weekend?
They finished up the season this weekend, yes.
The V8 Supercars. No kidding.
Yes. Down in Adelaide.
I thought they started their season.
No, dude. Their season runs from like March to November.
Oh.
They literally wrapped it up this weekend, and I believe it was Will Brown winning the championship for the boys over at 888 Red Bull. 888 Red Bull.
Okay. Here's Jonathan Leach coming off the pit road. And we are going to go ahead and have a quick chat with Jonathan Leach here up in the SRM booth. and find out what the heck happened and from his perspective. Jonathan Leach is Alan and Shane up in the booth. You got a copy.
Wow, isn't this a different thing for me?
I know. I'm usually on the other side of this myself, dude. How's it feel?
It's pretty abnormal. I'm glad to be able to jump into this one and have some fun.
Well,
It
that
looked like
ride,
you were
It'll
having-
be fun.
I was to say that ride you just went for didn't look like a whole lot of fun.
No, I felt like there was some room and they could have lifted there. Like, in my opinion, I would have done. Whoever it was didn't lift and, stuck between two cars and away I went.
Yeah, hey, look, we're silently rooting you on here in the SRM booth. But what's the track conditions like out there right now as you're making your way around this, big super speedway of Talladega?
Track is good. Doesn't feel loose. The cars feel abnormally stable, even 3 wide. Or I should say the trucks. Feels good. Feels like there's plenty of grip. Can make any kind of move that you need to. You just need to make sure that you have room to do so.
Yeah, look, it's good to see your name up here in the live timing and scoring. I know you communicated that you had that itch, and boy, you scratched it this weekend.
Yeah, I've been racing a little bit, just to see how I do, and it's going pretty good so far. We'll see what happens with this one, though.
Well, hey man, we're gonna go ahead and get you back down to where you were, and hopefully we'll be talking to you on the other end.
All right, sounds good. See you guys. Have fun.
Yep.
Yep.
And that was the voice of our chief cook and bottle washer here at Sim Racing Media, Jonathan Leach. And it's always fun to see the boss man get up in there. And Tuesday night we're going to Eldora in the trucks. And Shane, I am breaking out a paint scheme. If you know, you know. But we can't go to Eldora and not pay homage to Scott Bloomquist.
No, the legend that is. You got to have something there for old Bloomer, and I'd probably be doing the same thing if I was driving it. But my luck, I'll probably be up in the booth calling it, and at least I won't need to worry about having a tear off on my windshield.
Well, unfortunately, that's where I feel like NASCAR got it wrong when they do the dirt, because they left the windshields on, and all the drivers complained you can't see, so take the windshields off.
Yeah, it would have been easier if it was either like a little bit of a half windshield or even just kind of like the grating that they have in front of everybody for the dirt cars, but it didn't exactly work out, and that's probably why after they ran Knoxville in the trucks, they just said, can this idea.
I mean, it worked out until it didn't work out. I think Eldora was a great track for these guys, but nonetheless, we're getting ready to come back to Green Flag Racing here at just after 10 laps. Jonathan Leach finds himself still in that top 10, so not a bad start.
No, he had a few people behind him pit as well, some of them that were tore up in that crash as well, so it's not like he's going to be by himself back there. It's just he's going to be up on the high line on this restart, and one can only hope for the best.
Well, I tell you what, as we get ready to go to Eldora, I hope to knock the deck lid out of my truck on Tuesday night. I'm going to try to make the return to the driver's seat out of the broadcast booth.
Knock the deck lid, knock the spoiler, knock the tailgate off of it, and probably bend the fuel cell while you're at it.
I mean, look, we don't need all that. It's not an aerodynamic track.
No, but I mean, do you really want to bend the frame 6 inches to the left?
I mean, not really. It wouldn't make a difference. Probably handle a little bit better. Right now, Andrew Deamer continues to lead. He's up 14 spots for where he started. And now Zach Pelicity is going to take his shot up there at the lead. And we got Calamity. That's number 2.
Oh, I saw that develop, and I think somebody just got moited.
Someone got yeeted.
Man, that was a Jey Uso yeet fest right there, boys.
Jonathan Leach getting by there. Truth hook on the binders, and yikes.
It's a little too early to be doing that stuff. I mean, right rearing somebody going into turn 3 like that? Come on.
Well, that's the thing is, a lot of these guys that hopped in here are in are associated with Racers Elite of some form, and then there's drivers that just hopped in there and said, "Hey, it's a free race, and I can get my name on the broadcast." Well, that's a good way to make the highlight reel for all the wrong reasons.
I was about to say, no, that's more like making the Sports Center not top 10.
Have you ever seen the Arc of Break Weekly channel?
Yes, I love those guys. Have you ever? I'll give you a better one. Have you seen J.D. McKaylee's series? iRacing, Rage, Wrecks, and Funny Moments.
I have. That is masterful work.
That is ungodly awesome work he's doing, dude. I love that channel.
And I tell you what else will make its return this week. I cannot wait to show it on one of our broadcasts. But the infamous leg lamp will be returning to the broadcast booth.
Leg lamp?
Yeah, from A Christmas Story.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
You've never seen A Christmas Story?
I probably remember it from when I was younger, but you're talking to somebody who suffered like 9 concussions in his life.
So A Christmas Story is where Ralphie, the main character, wanted a Red Ryder BB gun. And everybody told me to shoot his eye out.
Yeah, he probably has that capability.
And so one of the scenes in there is the dad won a major award, and the major award was this lamp that looked like a leg.
Intriguing.
You have homework this week, or after Thanksgiving. I'll assign this homework after Thanksgiving. Like you have
I am not going to be able to get to that till after December because I'm going to be broadcasting on the 1st for probably 8 straight hours covering football.
That's fine. I said after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because we're actually taking the entire week of Thanksgiving off.
Perfect.
And then we're redoing everything for the 1st of December because the boys over at Snowman in the Morning and I are going to be broadcasting 3 straight games, starting at 1 o'clock with New England and Indy, and this is going to be all for charity, either helping the boss man with what he's trying to do or raising money for a cancer charity. We're still working out the details. So we've got a 1 o'clock that we're doing with New England and Indianapolis. The 425 is going to be Baltimore and Philadelphia, and then it's the 49ers and Bills at 8:20.
And that was your one shameless plug on the broadcast. We're Snowman in the media.
At least it was for a charity stream.
You're right. So here's the thing. Check out Snowman Multimedia in the Morning. Shane, what time are you guys live over there?
We're going to be doing stuff from 8 to 10 Monday through Friday. We're looking to expand to 3 hours, whether it's this week or after we reset following Thanksgiving. And we do have a special audio series that is going to be debuting starting tomorrow, known as The Confessionals. And all I have to say is this: be prepared for everybody's alter ego to come out and talk sports.
Oh boy. I'm gonna have to have a chat with your boss. From boss to boss.
I'm going to tell you right now, I have 2 of them that are prominent in this audio series because one is actually hosting it and the other one is going to play a major factor. So be prepared for all of this starting on Monday.
I'm going to find your boss, Mr. Snowman himself.
You would.
I will. I'm going to message him and tell him that you've never seen A Christmas Story.
If I see that in the chat tomorrow morning, I swear to God.
No, it's not going to be a YouTube.com live chat. I'm pretty good at finding people.
Yeah, I have that suspicion about things. You end up targeting my back bumper last time we were here.
But you got a job.
And a tore up truck.
But you still got a job.
Yeah, I'm still paying off the tore up truck.
The 33 truck, speaking of tore up trucks, he is slow on the apron. I don't know whether he had a hardware failure or not. But I would assume, here we go, and
he just pulls down and the thing acts like it just dies. That's never good.
That is not good at all.
Oh, I think the gearing got knocked out of a.
Or no, wait, he just waited for the field to go by. Okay,
there we go.
He's gonna get lined up in the right spot.
Tail end of the line.
Tail end of the line.
As Barney's got the green flag in hand, getting ready to wave it for the third time. Speak of the devil, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to go back green from Talladega.
Here we go. Green flag is out. Felicity Honeycutt on the front row, and we are back to racing. You know, that is one of my favorite cams. Is that starter cam there?
The starter cam, yes. I love that camera, that part of this pack, because it's just so cool seeing all the trucks from the starter standpoint, like as if you were actually on the starter stand, just back there with the photographers, just waiting for them to all come by.
Here we are, 3 wide once again. Jonathan Leach stuck in the middle. He's the meat in the proverbial sandwich, where the air is turbulent and the trucks will play all day. He just went there. There you go. He's going to go inside.
Oh, boy. It's going to be one of those nights, isn't it?
Where we reference everything? Yes.
Well, I mean, we got nothing else, you know, to reference half the time around here, so why not?
Trevor Woodward in that 9 card starting to blink out. He's having a connection issue, and hopefully he'll get that remedied pretty soon.
Yeah,
right now.
Last thing you want at 195 miles an hour is someone blinking around. The next thing you know, you're not supposed to be inside my truck.
What are you doing in here? Get out.
I don't know you. That's not your purse.
Oh, boy.
John is gonna hear this back and wonder what in the blue hell are we on here tonight. Looks like Brandon Honeycutt's trying to make some moves on the outside line here. We've got a formation lap going, it looks like. And that's the biggest thing is right now, anybody who's actually up front has to worry more about their fuel mileage, because they're the ones full throttle as somebody's bailing out of this draft.
The 21 truck is bailing out of the draft. That's Hero Villar. He's bailing out of the draft. Like I'm trying to bail out of my laughter so hard that I'm rolling out of my chair. Congratulations. It only took you 15 laps to do it.
Oh, you think that's funny? Just wait till tomorrow, dude. I'm going to have everyone busting a gut within 3 minutes.
Oh, goodness.
I've got plans.
I got hopes and dreams, too. And right now, Colin McDonough's got... Oh, Brandon Honeycutt just gets punted. Oh, Brandon.
That's
Brandon.
The field. Somebody's on their door up against the wall. That's the field.
Jonathan Leach involved.
That's probably his day. He got turned around in it, and then he had a meeting of the minds.
Well, he had a meeting in something, and it wasn't a fun one.
No, this is a meeting you wish you could cancel, because Honeycutt comes down, hooks him, and then John gets punted in the nose.
Yeah, I wanted to run that back because we really didn't see it. He was on the outside.
Yeah, he was on the outside. Looks like he's just trying to get up there. He's following Truth Hoke. Honeycutt gets turned, and then that that line closed up, and then he just got.
I mean, he didn't get that much damage. I think it's fixable.
Not when
that one was. Yikes!
What's crazy is you and I came back from worse damage.
Yes. I mean, there's still plenty of time, but I mean,
Yeah.
in this league, I don't know.
Well, it's early enough. It's lap 18. Caution laps are about 2.5 minutes. I mean, that's what I had to utilize when my truck was destroyed. Thank
You're
you for
welcome.
that. What? I had to utilize 2 or 3 caution laps to try to get the thing about as fixed as possible the first time around. I was still off the pace. We end up getting a caution with, I think, 15 to go. I end up getting a little bit of front end damage in, courtesy of somebody else getting jacked up. And somehow we still made the truck right enough to where you and I could actually get back up to the front and battle for the win with a third truck that was half destroyed.
Jonathan Leach texting us and saying he's toast.
Yeah, that thing's probably destroyed for the night.
Jonathan Leach, please do not win the race at the beer stand. You do not want to win that race.
No, that's the last race people want to win, trust me.
I mean, unless
Although
you're an
here at
alcoholic.
Oh, you mean like most of the infield here at Talladega?
Yeah, look.
I'm just saying.
Your real friends encourage you to keep drinking.
Your real friends encourage you to do what you feel like doing and do it well. The only problem is, half the time that involves alcohol.
I mean, this is a party where a race breaks out.
Well, at least it's not a party where a hockey game breaks out.
What are we, Canadian? Come on.
I mean, I'm a Bruins fan. What do you expect?
Oh, good God.
Shut up.
How are your Bruins doing anyways?
8-3 right now, middle of the division.
Okay. So they're not the bottom dwellers, but they're not in the top. You're like your C average students.
Yeah, well, the only team that matters right now in Boston's the Celtics. So there you go.
Even that makes your heart skip a beat.
Yeah, well, you have to have something good to treasure since New England's floundering up in Foxborough.
Hey, look, you can't lose them all.
No, we actually won 3 games. The only problem is so hasn't Carolina. We're that bad.
I mean, you can't be no worse than the Lambs.
Ouch. There goes the whole Dallas contingency we had watching us here tonight.
Look, I was never really a Rams fan anyways, even when they were in St. Louis.
Oh, the Rams, I think, are like 5-5 right now or something like that.
The only
But,
thing we got
yeah.
out of the Rams is the Gateway Dirt Nationals. And you could catch that all on Flow Racing too. And during the weekend of the 4th, 5th, and 6th. And guess what? The horseshoe fell out today.
Yes, in a major way. I think everyone ran over it, and that's why we keep having these cautions.
Well, if you're a Bills fan, today's a great day because you done beat Patrick Mahomes and Taylor Swift.
Even when we don't show her, Taylor Swift makes an appearance on the broadcast. Figure this one out, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, I'm Team Tay-Tay all the way. I'll put that out there.
Oh, dear God, what are you, Roger Goodell?
I mean, she gets more airtime than the skateboard at the X Games.
I got nothing.
Look, every time that, they make a first down, here's Taylor Swift. Oh, Taylor Swift just took a major dump. Here's Taylor Swift, right? Yeah, get on board at least.
We've devolved that far tonight already. And we've got over half the race left.
Right now, Colin McDonough leads this thing. He's going to start on the inside of that front row as we get ready to come back to green. iRacing.com Chevy Silverado. And why didn't they do like a Toyota Tundra? I don't know. Look, I'm just ranting today.
Yeah, well, don't feel bad. They're going to be adding a new BMW pace car at some point here in the next few weeks. So who knows? These guys may end up getting led by a Beamer at some point.
Well, right now, they're getting led by Colin McDonough through the Geico restart zone here as we get ready to come through the tri-oval.
Here's the interesting thing. Look how many people are lined up on the inside line compared to the outside.
Yeah.
And that's why.
Well, Colin McDonough, he's gonna be, getting that huge lead. And that's not what you're gonna want to do.
Unless you've got Amelia underneath you, you do not need a huge lead at places like Daytona and Talladega.
No, absolutely not. You're right. Well, here comes Andrew Tuft making a 3 wide, making it happen. He's got no help. Here he comes. Oh, I don't like this.
I don't like this in the slightest either.
I mean, at least they're not 3 wide, but,
Shut up. Don't give them any ideas.
Coming to
2 by 2 through the tri-oval.
2 by 2 by 2.
Speaking of bad ideas, you mentioned you got the 87 Monte Carlo earlier this week?
I did. I picked it up Friday night.
Yeah, how's that treating you?
Well, not very many people race them.
You see a lot more of them on the bigger tracks, places like Indianapolis, Daytona, Talladega, places like that. That's where you see a lot of these 87s come into play.
Look, all I'm saying is, without the draft, you're doing at least 207.
Oh, with the draft, you're doing 220. I can tell you that right now. I've done it.
Oh, exactly. Like, I thought I was flying.
You get turned backwards, you do.
Now, here's the other thing, too, Shane. Speaking from a race car driver's point of view, that car will absolutely wear you out, especially on the low.
Oh, speaking of getting worn out.
And caution number 4 comes out, and it's sponsored by True Folk.
It's sponsored by 3/4 of the field. Oh. There's going to be a parking lot in the garage by the time this is over.
Clean up in aisle 5?
5, 6, 7, and 8.
Welcome to the bottom split.
Bottom split weekly, everybody.
I told Jonathan Leach, I said, look, I have a shirt idea. He goes, what's that? I said, a shirt that says, welcome to the bottom split.
What you should do is have welcome to on the front, and then on the back it says the bottom split. and the word split is actually split in half.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we could talk to Jordan Barkel and make that happen.
Oh yeah, we could. If he's actually listening, I guarantee you he's taking notes right now.
Can actually guarantee he's probably sleeping right now. Sunday. Just looking at that Chiefs and Bills score, you know how many people at my work picked the Chiefs to win?
Do you realize that when those of us over on Snowman in the morning actually made our picks Friday for this game, we actually had all but one person actually picked the Chiefs to win.
Please tell me you picked the Bills.
It wasn't me. Ironically, it was actually our resident Chiefs fan who said the Bills were going to hand the Chiefs their first loss.
Well, they were right.
Yeah, go figure. And the funny thing is, I'm actually leading in the standings in our picks.
In other football news, let's see here from around the league. As Shane mentioned, the LA Rams handing the Patriots another loss. The Lions over the Jaguars, 52-6.
Eminem just whooped the daylights out of the land of AEW.
If you're a Bears fan, it's a bad day for you because you just got beat by the Green Bay Packers by 1 point.
Seth Rollins, if you're listening to this, we're sorry.
Let's see here. The Indianapolis Colts have beaten the New York Jets 28-27.
They squeezed that one out.
And for all you Cowboys fans, well, you're playing tomorrow night, so that loss will be put off till tomorrow.
Oh, we just pissed off most of the state of Texas. Nice going.
The Broncos over to Atlanta Falcons, 38-6.
That's a shocker.
The Ravens beat the Steelers the Steelers beat the Ravens by 2 points.
Okay, well, this has been officially confirmed as the biggest topsy-turvy week in football, whether it's college or pro.
And the Saints had beat the Browns 35-14.
Not surprised. Crab Legs Winston doesn't do much.
The Miami Dolphins over the Las Vegas Raiders, 34-19. And Thursday night, the Philadelphia Eagles, Dave's girlfriend's favorite team, has beaten the Washington Commanders.
They're always going to be the Redskins. I'm sorry, but screw the PC Bowl. They're always going to be the Redskins.
Hey, look, the only thing that Stan Kroenke ever gave St. Louis is worth a damn is a dome to go racing in.
Yeah, and you know what? iRacing needs to go there to scan it. That would be a fun place to drive in.
Really?
I'd have fun with it, to be honest.
There's 2 tracks in my area that iRacing needs to scan. One, the Belclair Speedway in Belleville, Illinois.
I could see that. I could honestly see that.
They're going to tear it down. So the plan is to build a quarter-mile dirt track. If you imagine this. So they're going to build a quarter-mile dirt track and tear down the 5th mile. iRacing, I would love to see iRacing scan the 5th mile before they tear it down. Now, the Gateway Dirt Nationals inside the Dome in America Center. They have officially sold out. You are not buying a ticket to that.
I'm not surprised.
Mike Damani and myself, we put in for media credentials, got denied, which not a shocker because talking to most photographers in my area, I kind of had it in the back of my mind.
Yeah, that's more than likely going to happen, dude, as popular as that is.
Yes. Now, here's the thing.
Okay.
That's going to be on Flow Racing. And I would love to hit the live button and give our takes on it.
Dude, a watch party with live takes? Sounds like I've done this before. Wait a minute. I actually used to be broadcasting the NASCAR races with a friend of mine doing watch parties this year.
Yes. So, stay tuned. Hopefully we'll have something going. But this is, and then next year, I'm putting my 2025 schedule together for the races that I'm going to cover for Sim Racing Media in the real world.
Yeah, I'm still trying to put together the races I want to run in next year, let alone anything else, to be honest with you. I got to make a return to the Daytona 24 next year.
I hope that happens for you. I really do.
Oh, I got a feeling it will. I got a few teams I'm talking with about, possibly driving for them next year, and might actually have something lined up in December, like I said, for the Snowball Derby, so we'll just have to wait and see. But speaking of a Derby, we're about to go back green.
Speaking of Derby, Jonathan Leach is back out there on the racetrack. Good for him, and he's on the lead lap.
He's taking my strategy of doing things, fixing that truck up during all the yellow flag laps, and hey, he's back out there and looking quick.
I mean, he's looking pretty sporty.
Well, kind of easy to do when everybody's on the inside line and hopefully just logging laps for a while.
Well, we are over a quarter of the way through the race here as Colin McDonough, he's mired back there in that 4th position right now. Somewhat the same paint scheme, as
Yeah. It's a little different. The blue is a little bit darker on the side of that truck. It looks like it's a more gradient style as I hate to say it, boss man, if you're listening, you lost the draft, dude.
That's okay. That's okay. He's got some drivers back there that can definitely help him out.
Well, they need to hurry up and get up there, or else they're going to have themselves too big of a gap to make.
Kyle McDonough on the inside, on the outside line there. Here comes the H truck of Felicity, and he's all over Colin McDonough. And I feel like they're going to get a bad bump. Now, Colin McDonough is driving a Chevy, and that 8 truck is a Ford. So those two don't match up real well.
No, the problem is, and from what I've seen in the replays that we've had, it's just a simple bumper hook that goes wrong. Whether it's just a bump draft or just trying to cross somebody over, these bumpers do not line up well on these trucks. I mean, the same could be said for the Cup cars, and we know what happens when you get one of those things turned around.
Colin McDonough is stuck in the middle and meeting a proverbial sandwich right now. As we were on the Jonathan Leach watch, as I try to learn how to talk.
English no good.
I mean, look, I don't know any Spanish, but we could get Angel Santiago up here. And could you imagine him doing a whole broadcast in Spanish?
Hey, when Angel and I did a race in Mosport Park in the Truck Series at that point in time, I brought the field down to green in French. Don't give me that.
I don't use Rosetta, so. Right now, SB continues to lead the pack down the back straightaway.
To this day, I don't know how in the hell I didn't butcher that.
Well, I mean, you are from Maine, and...
What are you trying to say about us up here in Maine, dude? We ain't
You're
French.
closer to Canada than I am.
Not like I'm closer to... Wait a minute. We are closer to Montreal. Damn it.
You're like... You should know some French.
The last time I spoke any French fluidly was 8th grade. And again, 9 concussions later, my brain ain't what it used to be.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 9 hits on the wacky tobacco later. Okay.
That's after the show.
Oh.
John's going to be like, why did I put these two together here tonight?
Because you're the only one that responded.
I'll take it.
Nonetheless, here we are, working lap 31 of 75 to be ran here. After 4 cautions later and a few bad jokes.
And a few more coming. And I don't know who's out front. Wait a minute, no, it's that Real Tree paint job. That's why I'm so confused.
What, you couldn't see him for all the camouflage?
Hey, I used to run a camouflage car too way back in the day, but at least I had Hunter Orange on it.
I mean, yeah, at least you were safe about it.
Yeah, true. You gotta be safe this time of year, everybody.
Yeah,
we are coming up on Thanksgiving, and it is typically wild turkey season.
Well, here in Missouri, it's deer season, and right now, Brandon Honeycutt going hunting for the lead, and so is Andrew Teff in that number 98 truck. As the 33 truck showing crash on the light timing scoring. We say green. Let's see what happened to Brad Jouette.
Looks like he just came to a dead stop.
It looks like the motor left the chat.
The motor and transmission have left the party. I think his problem was he thought it was duck season. It turned out to be turkey season. Next thing you know, it's going to be rabbit season.
Laskity Wabbit.
It's duck season. No, it's wabbit season. Duck season. No, we're not doing this here tonight.
Truce Hope 5 laps down. Jonathan Leach running back there in 7th. He is, well, 30 seconds behind the leader.
And that window's getting bigger by the second.
I mean, yeah.
He's got nobody behind him. That's the problem.
He certainly ain't got no one in front of him either.
Nah, he's just out there for a cruise tonight. Everyone else here up front's actually trying to establish something. It looks like, they're starting to settle into a groove here. Maybe we can finally get some laps in and actually get things settled because we've still got one pit stop left, and then more chaos, I'm sure. It is Talladega. This track is haunted, if you ask people.
Well, this race right now has been about the calmest it's been all night long. As you know, Andrew's house, Honeycutt, and Espy are sitting high, wide, and handsome in that top three. Colin McDonough finds himself all the way mired back in that 6th position. Now, if I'm Colin, I would try to back up to Jonathan Leach and start working with him.
Problem is, though, he'd be backing up about 30 seconds, and he's got, I think that's Truth in his rearview mirror.
Make that
towards
40.
the backup. Yeah, 40 seconds. Your best bet, because these guys are getting around here in about 50 to 52. Best bet is for John to latch on to these guys once they get around him, and then pray to God if there is a caution, he's the only truck one lap down, and he can actually get by these guys.
Well, I think that would actually happen for him. As Trevor Woodward showing crashed on the live timing and scoring. Let's see what happens. Trevor Woodward says, I'm done.
Yep, I'm just going to pull off to the safety of the inside wall here, and I got nothing left in the tank. I'm leaving the chat. Goodbye.
Adios. Here we are back here at lap number 35. What we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and step aside and pay some bills here on Sim Racing Media. We're going to go side by side. You won't miss a thing here. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Talladega, Alabama. We are on lap 39 of 75 here as Aaron Aaron continues to lead the same. Brendan Honeycutt dipping down to the inside. He's going to go for the first of his green flag pit stops.
Strategy's already coming out.
Andrew Tuff's going in also. Actually, that was Andrew Tuff that just went in. Why did he go in by himself? Andrew, what are you doing?
Oh, boy.
Getting all cycle from the rest of this group. Colin McDonough finds himself in the top top three rather. While Jonathan Leach is pretty much done for the evening. He's had his 1 meter pegged out.
I think it was more the motor getting pegged out trying to catch up with everybody, let alone that fun meter.
Fun meter, fun meter, fun meter. Here comes the 7 truck and the 8 truck.
And here comes everybody else. Colin with a huge move getting around everybody. That was actually pretty smart. Everyone checked up early. He knew where he could brake, and he went around to both of those trucks.
Absolutely. These guys are coming down to get their green flag pit stops. You know, Shane, we're just a little under halfway to go here.
Yeah, and again, with it being a 65% fuel tank, I think this might be just on the outside of being able to make it from here. I could be wrong. More than likely I am. I'm just a commentator after all. I feel like Pat McAfee up here. But, you know, at least I'm not singing, you know, that the Alabama, not the Alabama, but the Atlanta song, you know, the Georgia Dog song. And we got...
Oh, boy.
What's that coming down the track? It's the yellow flag, and we're coming back. I just pissed off the entire state of Georgia.
Oh, you can't park there.
Guys, this isn't D1 Formula Drift.
Synchronized spinning.
They both get on the throttle too hard on cold tires and bust sideways.
How do you...
What? How do you do that?
Oh, boy. The things that make the world go round.
The things that make you scratch your head and wonder, what do I have in the freezer post-race?
Bottle of Jack, hopefully? I don't know.
What? Oh. Well, this comes right at the end of the cycle of green flag pit stops.
So here's the thing. Do you go down pit road right now and do you pit? So you can top it off and make it to the end.
Yes. You have to at this point, because this will actually put you right in the window of making it the regular distance from here. Now, granted, there's a possibility of 2 green-white checkers, but as of right now, you're good to go.
As of right now, there's only 6 cars on the lead lap. You know, I would say the sands of the hourglass are running out, but holy cow. We're not even to that point yet.
Sands of the hourglass running out. What is this, Days of Our Lives?
Oh, of course.
I make that mention, and my better half is actually standing here next to me, and she recites the opening line from Days of Our Lives. The information of the day. Apparently, that is the same line they have had for an opening ever since they first started. Everyone else has changed opening lines. They haven't.
Well, so here's the thing, okay? And, you know, if you work a day job, you take a day off, you know that daytime television is absolute garbage. It's almost like a dumpster fire, right?
Yeah, there's a bunch of pelicans hanging around it that came from New Orleans. What's your point?
So, anyways, and every once in a while, I'll catch an episode of The Bold and Beautiful.
you're talking to somebody who has their better half in the back bedroom typically, because I'm doing the show first thing in the morning, going through, getting everything done. She watches every last episode of the daytime TV.
So
You know.
here's the thing: if you watch the opening, right? So whenever the Bold and Beautiful has a long story, they'll
Yes.
do a short opening. And when
I
they
know
have,
this.
when they have a short story, they do a long opening.
Yep.
Now some of these soaps, I call them soaps. Old people call them stories. Your better half calls them stories or soaps.
I think she just calls them her shows because she watches them so much. I'd have to ask her. She already went out back to, let me finish this up.
So, at any rate, so I say that because, I always use that Sands of the Hourglass reference, right?
Well, yeah.
But I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. Anyways,
No, you're not wrong, but
I
you could always there's so many time references. Time keeps on ticking into the future.
Father Time, Back to the Future.
Great Scott, Marty, we've done it.
I mean, they did predict the Cubs winning the World Series in 2015.
That is the absolute damnedest thing for a movie to do, is actually predict a World Series winner.
They got it right.
Like, how is that even possible? I mean, that's more relevant than the Indians doing their thing in doggone Major League.
I know. Right now, Aaron Espis is going to line up on the inside. He's going to be your leader. Andrew Tutt's going to be mired in that fifth position.
John is going to hear this back and wonder why we're coming up with so many obscure references.
Look.
It's what we do.
This is what you get on the Sabbath, okay?
Brain took a break. I'm working again on Monday.
It clocked out on Friday.
Yeah, my brain said I'm done here for the weekend. Y'all have fun.
Dave Regal texted me. He checked in this afternoon. I checked in with him.
Yeah.
He's enjoying look. He's like Santa Claus, right?
Yep.
He said he's not home today or tonight. He's celebrating his first week off of SNN by being away from the PC.
I can't say I blame them. I mean, those guys, I love what they're doing with the concept of the league. Full distance racing is hard to come by. And, it's exhausting for both the commentator to be in the booth, calling all of that action. And it's also exhausting on the drivers to actually, be on their toes that long.
Yeah,
so, kudos to that entire league for everything they've done.
And I say that because next year I'm making my debut in the Tuesday Night Truck Series over there. And I'm going to be going for Rookie of the Year.
Oh, you are going to have fun running all of those events.
Look.
And to think, you've got Rockingham on your schedule.
At least I'm not trying to jump straight to the Cup Series.
Thankfully.
I want to do it right. I said I want to do it right. I want to do trucks and then Xfinity and then the Cup Series. Here we are back to green flag, the 7 truck of Aaron Espis. Rob Yost Jr. to his outside. Here comes that 8 truck of Zachary Felicity and Andrew Tutt rounding out your top 4. Brandon Honeycutt having a connection issue.
Yeah, that 7 hauled the mail going down into turn 1, and everyone else is going to start closing back up on him again. Unless you've had an RAD motor underneath the hood of your truck, you do not want to get out to a big lead here. And yes, I just aged myself with the RAD motors.
That's okay. That's okay. Put it in the youtube.com live chat. Let us know what your favorite Thanksgiving movie or Thanksgiving dish is, and 2, what's your favorite Christmas movie? We're going to start the holidays.
Die Hard.
Didn't even have to think about it. Die Hard.
Die Hard. That or Batman.
A lot of people would argue that Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie.
It takes place around Christmas, ergo, it's a Christmas movie.
Okay, so here's
TBS is even promoting it as a Christmas movie.
True. I mean, look, Kevin protects his house. Bruce Willis protects the plaza that he's in.
And all of it takes place around a Christmas party. Ergo, it's a Christmas movie.
Amen.
Even Batman involves Christmas. So that makes it a Christmas movie. I don't care what anybody says. Die Hard and Batman are Christmas movies.
Well, look, you got Koozie checking in here in the YouTube.com live chat saying Die Hard equals Christmas movie. You're not wrong.
Yeah. Yes. My people have showed up.
I can't wait to lather on the Cool Whip and on the pumpkin pie in here in 2 weeks' time.
I'm more of a lemon meringue pie fan myself.
What?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like a good pumpkin pie, but I'm more homemade lemon meringue. Don't tell me you ain't had a good lemon meringue.
The only thing that involves lemon is tea.
You have not lived until you've had a good lemon meringue pie, dude. It's light, it's flaky, it's airy, and it has to be homemade. That's the only way it's good.
Here at lap number 47, Aaron Espy continues to lead this race. As we just started a debate over lemon meringue pie and Thanksgiving dinner.
Okay, the biggest debate. White meat or dark meat?
Oh, white meat all day long.
Oh, dude, I gotta have the dark meat. I like the tenderness of it, dude. The white meat, you need a little bit more gravy to go with. Now, don't get me wrong. A good gravy works, but you need to have a good dark meat. That's why I always go for like the drumsticks and everything else.
I'm going to tell you something, Shane. You're gonna think this is the weirdest thing ever, but it works.
Try me.
Go to the supermarket, grab you a paper bag, and a tub of Crisco shortening.
For what reason?
And I kid you not, I could bring my father on, and we use this all the time, right? So you take the Crisco shortening, and you just lather that damn bag up. Lather the bag up with Crisco shortening, slide the turkey in, bake it.
You bake it inside a paper bag with Crisco shortening around it.
Yes, and then oh my God, Shane, it comes out so juicy.
I have so many questions.
I'm telling you, it works. You got to do it.
I have so many questions, but I can't ask them here because I'd get in trouble.
Or you just get committed to a psych ward.
That too.
Look, this
we're
coming
coming
from
up on about. Yeah, I was
this
about
coming-
to say, as we're coming up on 25 to go.
This comes from the same guy who puts ranch on General Tso's chicken. Don't knock it till you try it.
You put ranch on General Tso's chicken. Dear God, dude.
Take that one back to Snowman in the morning.
I have got nothing for this.
Try it. You'll be pleasantly surprised.
I'm going to need that sweet tea vodka when I get done here tonight. Holy hell.
I'm telling you, don't knock it till you try it.
Dude, you don't screw up General Tso's chicken with ranch.
It's got to be Hidden Valley, though. That's the way it works.
John is going to hear this back and smack both of us like, what's wrong with you?
Lap 51 here. Andrew Tuft is riding inside the top two. Hoping to make a move. He's going to be like a lion in waiting.
Yeah, the biggest thing right now is he's in the draft, so he's actually able to be saving the fuel. And that's the biggest thing right now for everybody is we got a battle for the lead here. It's a fuel mileage race from this point. Are you going to be able to save enough to get to the end? Or should a caution come out, are you going to try to duck down pit road and put enough in to get through both, green, white checker attempts if so needed?
I don't think we're going to need this green, white checker.
No, with this little of a field now, no, I don't think we're going to need it either.
Now, Truth Hook, he's going to help the guy.
Yeah.
Which guy that is, we don't know.
No, but we got 8 trucks battling for the lead up here, it looks like. And the 2 brightest blue trucks are the ones out front.
Here comes Colin McDonough. He's going to fall into the second line. Now, Andrew Tuff, I've raced with Andrew on the super speedways before. I've also raced with you, and you're sitting in as good as Andrew Tuff did.
Yeah, Andrew right now, he's just cruising. He's biding his time. He's putting a notebook together. He knows what he wants his truck to do. He knows where it's going to work best. He also knows who he can work with, as everybody else seems to shuffle down to the bottom. He held on to it, boys. Woo!
What a move by Truth Hook to keep that truck underneath him and not hit the panic button.
Yeah, that was a big red button moment. I don't know who that was that slid up there. It's whoever's at the tail end of this line.
I think it's going to be the 33 truck.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's whoever's behind that 7 truck right now. And I don't know how they got so loose they end up smacking the wall, but A, they made a whale of a save, and B, Truth did a whale of a job not to get his right side torn off.
Absolutely, as we are 53 laps in, 52 in the history book, here live from Talladega Super Speedway. As we are watching Brandon Honeycutt do Brandon Honeycutt things out of Elizabethton, Tennessee. Colin McDonough running second.
That's the big thing is with Brandon Honeycutt. I've watched enough races here at RE with these guys to know what Brandon's able to do on super speedways. It doesn't surprise me to see him up front this late in a race. Now, the thing is keeping it up there.
Now, wait till Tuesday when we get on dirt.
Eldora still owes.
Eldora owes a lot of people. Now, my most recent UMP dirt car modified win came at Eldora.
I had 6 wins that week way back in the, I think it was like 2020 or 2021, where that entire week at Eldora, I had the race-winning truck 6 different times, and somehow either it was my own stupidity or the track itself just took it from me. But I had 6 wins taken from me that week.
Talking to a number of the drivers, Truth Hook says, I'm not a dirt guy.
Most of these guys aren't dirt drivers, so that's what's going to make Eldora that much more fun. Is these guys are going to be so far out of their element. It's going to be a battle of who adapts better. And I mean, the thing about it is Eldora is going to change through the race.
Yeah, and
yes,
so
it's
I
going
was.
To be a battle. It's going to be a battle of who gets up to the cushion quicker and whoever can hang up there the longest.
Well, you already know I'm going to go topside if I'm not in the broadcast booth. If I'm not in the broadcast booth, I'm on the track. I'm going topside anyways.
Yeah, because, tires aren't going to matter much at Eldora. You're going to basically be on that set the entire course.
Exactly. Now, what gear you start out in, I'm a second gear kind of guy, as we have 20 laps to go. I always start out in second.
I'm in third. I don't want the wheel spin. That way it's just a quick shift from third to fourth. I don't have to think about it much.
I usually let it get up to, I usually hit second and go right to third. And about a lap later, I'm in fourth.
No, I'm in third, and then as soon as I get into back straightaway, I pop it to fourth. That's just the way I've always been.
Now, I was talking to Dennis Kane, one of the drivers out of Chicken Coop Racing earlier. And I let him know now iRacing in their last couple updates did not put the dirt setup into these trucks.
Oh, contact. They all hold on to it, but the 2 baby blue car trucks were banging doors.
Here comes Colin McDonough right up there on the inside. And he goes, well, what's your advice about getting around Eldora? I said, well, Eldora is, now that we're back on racing slicks on dirt, it's going to feel like lap 120 on lap 1. So you're going to be, less is going to definitely be more.
Yeah. Wait a minute. They didn't update the dirt tires in the Truck Series?
They did not.
Oh, God, everyone. This is going to be a race to watch. Oh,
Troy
boy.
Thomas says dirt equals bad race.
No, dirt equals craziness, especially in the Truck Series. I mean, they try to do dirt with the ARCA cars, and somehow that many. So, I mean, But yet again, they actually do run dirt in the actual ARCA cars with the Coin and the Springfield Mile, which, by the way, both of those tracks need to come to iRacing.
That would be awesome.
Them, Salem, Toledo, and Winchester. Give me all 5 of those and I'll be happy. I'm just saying.
I know there's a few drivers that are itching to run dirt with me, considering I'm a dirt guy through and through, and you know, my already speaks of it.
Yeah, it's been ages since I've been on dirt, and it probably will still be ages. I might run the occasional event, but I'm always going to focus more on the pavement stuff, whether it's the late models or, you know, through the NASCAR ranks, but I'm always going to be a pavement runner.
Speaking of pavement late models, don't forget, coming up here in a couple weeks' time, and I look for it. There it is.
I was about to say, don't these boys have a snowball derby coming up?
Yes.
That'll be
Saturday,
fun to
December
watch.
7th, 2024. 300 laps. The super late models will take on Five Flags Speedway.
Ooh, that's going to be fun to watch.
If you're interested, $10 to enter. $150 to race winner. $100 to randomly select race participant via wheel spin. And so far, the list has been nothing short of, well, you know.
It's a who's who.
So right now, our very own Jordan Burkell, he's on there.
Right.
Andrew Tuff, Dennis Kane, Zach Ward, Chris Blasi, Lee Campbell, Matt Jarrett, Truce Hoke, Kinsley Smith, Curtis Eckert, Brendan Wilcox, Austin Peck.
The typical guys here at Racers Elite.
Exactly. 300 laps. It'll be broadcasted by Sim Racing Media. And
which means I'm probably going to have to dust off the old short track shoes and have some fun getting some practice laps in at some point.
well, so we're hoping to have a 3-car contingent there or more. But if you're looking for a good league to run this race in, look no further than Racers League. Get a hold of Andrew Tuff if you're interested in running it. Get a hold of Andrew Tuff. He'll get you all signed up. $10 enter, $150 to the winner. Throw a little skin in the game, and well.
Yeah, you can find Andrew either on Discord or on Facebook. I've seen him posting in a lot of iRacing groups on Facebook, so you can take a look for those posts dealing with Racers Elite and hit him up, and I'm sure he'll hook you up.
Open practice starts at 5:50 Eastern, so 4:50 Central. With qualifying going at 8:50, so right around at 9 o'clock.
3 hours of practice, 8:50 qualifying. Oh, this will be fun.
And 9 p.m. race time, so it's 7:50 and 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Which means this race will be under the lights, I believe.
14 laps to go. Brandon Honeycutt continues to lead here with Andrew Tuff right behind him.
They work around lap traffic. Now the field is starting to make a few moves and starting to test each other out a little bit. I've been seeing some of these guys kind of bouncing around a little bit, just kind of poking the headlights out, being like, all right, let's see. Can I start making a move here? Can I start making a move here? And speaking of making moves, everybody is coming down pit road. As I figured, it was going to be a 2-stop race anyway.
Yeah, not wrong on that one.
Now, the biggest question, fuel only or 2 tires? Because you got to take enough fuel. You're going straight fuel.
Splash and go.
Well, let's see what happens with the boys up here. And
Right now,
I
Colin McDonough is leading this race.
I didn't see anybody's truck getting jacked up. So yeah, it seems like it's fuel only for all these guys.
Fuel only, and here's the reason I say that is because one, this track really doesn't eat tires up like you would think it does.
No, it doesn't. But at the same token, you want to have a little bit of maneuverability, and the 2 tires would give you that. And you're actually sitting there long enough to at least get 2 tires. So why not try to take advantage of it?
So and there's your 4 tires. Colin McDonough knows it.
Yeah, there's the 4 tires breaking loose and getting destroyed. How did that happen is the question.
Well, we're going to find out. That's a good thing you asked.
Yeah, let's see if the boys in the truck, let's see if HBK can do his job, and it just looks like one of the lap trucks hooked him.
And there it is.
Yep, he got right reared. He got right reared by, who was that, the 33 truck?
Yep, and that was the second SRM truck that got yeeted.
Jeez, what is this? Everyone's got a target on their back for our trucks?
I think my truck isn't out there.
Good thing mine's not out there. I'd have a lead pipe sitting in the back of it. I'm sorry, but you're going to put me right rear in the fence, man. It's like what Harvick said. The hockey gloves are coming off.
You're not wrong there. 12 laps to go here from Talladega. We're going to go ahead while these guys are in across the step side one more time. Take another short commercial break, and we'll be right back on the other side. welcome back to Talladega, Alabama. As we're getting ready to get lined up 2x2 Noah's Ark style behind that iRacing.com pace car. Alan Bergen and Shane Lake with you here in the Tony Trapasso Memorial Studio, just south of St. Louis, Missouri. And Shane, we are in for a 10-lap shootout here as we got SP and Honeycutt on the front row here for this one, along with Teft and Felicity on that second row. Now, True Toke is being shown 26 seconds as he has found himself back on the lead lap here.
Yeah, he's trying to catch up. And the one thing I noticed underneath this caution is it seemed like almost everybody within a lap or two actually topped off their fuel tanks. So could people be expecting a possible green-white checker finish if not using both of them and just making sure they got enough fuel to get through to the end?
Yeah, just looking at the live timing, it looks like Andrew Deemer wins the race at the beer stand tonight after only completing 10 laps. Trevor Catalano finishes 15th. He's had his front meter pegged out. Brian Pratt has put it on the hauler, and as he's had his front meter pegged out for the evening. Bradley Stefane, Terry Fennell, Trevor Woodward, our very own Jonathan Leach. Hiram Villar is 30 laps down. So, 6 drivers putting it on the hauler, and, due to having the front meter pegged out. Jua is 9 laps down. Villar is 30 laps down. And Colin McDonough finds himself a lap down, 2 laps down rather, as we are getting ready to go back to green flag racing here with 9 laps to go when they cross the line.
Yeah, we're going to have ourselves a typical Talladega shootout. And once again, that 7 truck gets out to just enough of an edge to where Brandon Honeycutt can slip inside and just, fall in line behind him. This restart seemed a little bit more strung out than usual.
Yeah, someone wasn't nose to tail. Right now is Aaron Espy in that number 7 truck. He is out to 0.07 seconds. That's the lead. Brandon Honeycutt's right on his tail. Here comes that 8 truck. Looking for the outside. You got no help. I don't know that I would make that move.
It's early enough to try to make the move where as long as he can slip back down behind Andrew Teft, he'll be fine. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen, so he's probably going to end up going to the back of this train unless he tries to slip in now. That's tight, but he makes it work. And he's immediately going to try to go back to the outside again. That's not how you do things.
And don't forget to join us here on Tuesday night as we get ready to go racing with the Racers Lead Truck Series. Shane Lake's going to be in the booth calling all the action for that one, alongside of a partner to, well, more likely be me, unless I can find someone to cover me and I get to get back in the truck.
Yeah, well, either way you looked at it, it's going to be a fun little Eldora experience, and at least I won't need goggles for it.
Hey, look, a little dirt in your beer never hurt.
No, but the last thing I need is dirt in my beer.
It's true.
I mean, I've already shaved it off, once. I don't need to shave it off again and worry about bringing home a gravel truck.
7 laps to go. Aaron SB, Aaron continues to lead this thing. Brandon Honeycutt right on his tail. These guys are drafting so masterfully.
Yeah, I would bring up Draft Masters, but usually that series ends up with a bunch of wrecks. So, it's better than Draft Masters right now watching this thing.
7.
And I think Honeycutt's got a plan. I'm watching him darting around a little bit. I think he's trying to set that 7 truck up.
I think he's looking forward to the last lap. He's trying to pace himself 7 laps ahead as the 21 truck. He's going to step out of line. That is Hiram Villar. Now, remind everybody, he's 30 laps down. He don't have enough laps to get all 30 of them back. We're a half a dozen laps away from the finish.
Yeah, if I was any of these guys and he made that move, I would actually be upset because 30 laps down doing something like that could influence the end of this race, and I would not be up for it. I mean, right now, him being in the back of this line is the best thing right now.
Yeah, I mean, so right now the leaders are essentially going to be able to race this thing out. Now, Truth Hope is rounding out your top 5. And here comes the 33 truck. He's 9 laps down. I'm with you. I don't think they need to make that egregious of a move.
No, that's the last thing, these guys need is something like that happening, because a lap truck getting in the way of a finish like this it's karma. And frankly, lap trucks just need to back off and let these guys settle it amongst themselves. But yet again, I'm not the one down there that's going to harp the race control, like get these guys out of the way.
Right now, as we come down the back straightaway, Aaron Espy gets 5 phalanges in the air, 5 laps to go. Or the handshake lap, if you will. Here comes Andrew Tuft. He's going to look down to the extreme inside. Doesn't have any help, thinks better of it. Now's not the time to make that move. When I make that move, Shane, that's going to be on the last lap, coming through the tri-oval.
I'm looking more towards setting it up to come out of turn 4 alongside somebody, and then hoping to go wheel to wheel through the tri-oval. Because I've had bad luck making moves in the tri-oval because the vehicle can get so loose there, it doesn't matter what it is. Whether it's one of these trucks, an Xfinity car, Cup car, 87s, whatever. The vehicle is the absolute lightest in the tri-oval, and one wrong move, and well, we've seen people get junked there, so it can happen at any time. I want to set it up out of 4, tell the guy a dummy, go where they're not, and then force them to try to either come down for a late block or go wheel to wheel with me through the tri-oval.
Absolutely, as here we are, 4 laps to go. We are just so close, and no one's really far behind. As Andrew Tuft doing what Andrew Tuft does so well, and that's using a lot of patience to set himself up for the end here. So we got 3 laps to go now. I mean, we're only 6 corners away. 8?
Yeah, we're about 3-4 minutes from the finish of this, it looks like.
Here we are getting ready to come out of that turn 3-4 complex. Down through the tri-oval to get Shane's favorite flags, and that's the popsicle sticks.
Yeah, the 2 flags going up. The Barney's spinning them like it's a baton here in Alabama, trying to go roll tide. The popsicle sticks are up, 2 to go. We're hoping to see a white flag next time by.
Now, in the dirt world, the flagman will wave the green flag, and that signifies 2 laps to go.
Yeah, well, this is pavement. We got both flags going up right now. That was the green and the white. The white's going to be coming this time by unless somehow someone gets crossed up. I don't see it happening. It looks like Brandon Honeycutt's still trying to set this move up. He is gauging what he can do to this leader right now. He's poking that left side out just enough to try to get the leader up off the bottom. I don't know, though. I think old Double A is going to have this one unless a big move happens. And right now, the biggest move is Barney reaching for that white flag. He's got it high. White flag in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, the checker flag will end this race.
Here we go. White flag is in the air. Can Aaron Espy pull off the win? Can Brandon Honeycutt make a last-ditch effort? Andrew Tuft going to the outside. He's looking.
Tuft was poking up to the outside. Here comes Brandon Honeycutt. He looks like he's going to try to make a move with Tuft. They left Espy out to dry. Could this be the move that wins this race? Honeycutt with Tuft clears Espy in a huge way. They've got help behind them.
Brandon Honeycutt goes to the outside. Andrew Tuft takes the bait. Here comes Rob Yost Jr. We still got a long way to go before we see the checkered flag. Andrew's going to go to the outside. He's got no help. No motor.
No nothing. Brandon Honeycutt. Oh, Yost tries to make the big move. Coming to the line. It's Honeycutt by half a car length.
Wow. Honeycutt, Tuft, and Yost, your top 3. Espy, Felicity rounds out your top 5. Truth Hope battles all the way back up to 6th. I'm not surprised to see the way this finished out.
Not surprised at all. Honeycutt made the strong move down the back. He sold SB big time. He saw the draft that Teft was going to give him, moved up. He, Teft, and Yost all drove past SB because they knew they could hang him out. And then they settled amongst themselves, and Honeycutt had enough truck to hang out to the front right at the end. I honestly think if Teft made his move just a little bit sooner, he probably would have had this race.
Yep, you're not wrong there. As it looks like, well, the winner, we can't find him. I don't think.
I think after he gets done burning it down up front here, he's going to end up in the infield getting himself the party going.
I mean, there's a race you can win to the beer stand, and then, well, there's a race you can win, and we finish first.
There's always two races. The first one's to the beer stand. The second one's to the checkered flag.
Well, while he burns it down, we're going to talk to Andrew Tuft, the chief cook and bottle washer here. Shane Lake, I believe you have him with you right now.
Hey, boss man, it's Shane and Andrew it's Shane and Alan up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, talk about a wild finish. Talk to us about that last lap, because you and Honeycutt made the big move to get around SB at the end there, but it just seemed like there was just not enough time for you to get to the start-finish line.
Yeah, I suppose I should have pulled out a little bit sooner. Date was kind of a little all over the place, so we were trying to position ourselves in a place where we wouldn't get a shove in the corner or something like that in the last lap. So yeah, I was able to kind of grab his right rear and then pull him back maybe half of what I needed, and then he got a push from Rob there, and just wasn't quite enough there at the end, but a lot of fun.
Yeah, you guys definitely put on a show towards the end of this race here. The final, 15, 20 laps are definitely ones to watch. What was the big strategy those final 20 laps? Because we were looking at fuel mileage thinking, okay, is there a possibility of, green-white checkers? What was going through your mind down in the cockpit of that 98 truck?
Well, we had a lot of attrition, so wanted to make sure we didn't get left out. Normally with more cars, you can pit, and chances are somebody's going to go with you. But with this few, wanted to make sure we got out with a group of probably at least 3. And we were able to do that, Brandon and I, and then kind of treated it like a road course, came in early, and when the caution came out, we were able to just stay out.
Yeah, that was a strategy to get you guys up there, and it looked like it paid off for sure. Before we let you get out of here to celebrate this P2 finish, my friend, who helped you get it done on that truck you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank my team, my family for letting me put the time in, and yeah, if anybody wants to check us out, head on over to racerselite.com. We can find all the info there, schedules, standings, series, the whole 9 yards. Congrats to Brandon. And I want to thank our servicemen and women, everybody that tunes in to watch and shows up to race.
All right, my friend, we'll celebrate this finish. You guys put on a great race here tonight, and you guys have always put on some spectacular finishes on the super speedways, and this was definitely another good one here tonight.
Yeah, this is some Sunday night fun before night football, but you guys should check us out, especially during the week, Tuesday through Thursday, some of our best nights.
All right, well, celebrate that finish and enjoy the game tonight. I'm sure it'll be a good one.
Thanks, guys.
And that was the voice of the owner, the chief cook and bottle washer, Andrew Tuft, as we're going to bring up Rob Yost Jr. up at the broadcast booth, our third place finisher. Rob, not quite the finish that you wanted, but better than it's been the last couple of weeks.
Well, anytime you're not on the wrecker, I guess it's a good finish. And the way that race started, yeah, I didn't think we'd get to the finish with many trucks.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of 75 laps, here you are rounding out that podium. What was the track conditions like out there, and what was your strategy to get you to the end? Or is it just a ride in the back, or just put it full send to the front?
No, I usually I like to sit in the back. I like to see if I can get to the front. But there's a lot of massive wrecks in the beginning of that, and if I knew if I had my quick repair at the end, I'd be all right.
Now, let me ask you this. Tuesday, we're going dirt racing. Are you a pavement guy or a dirt guy?
I have 230 wins on dirt, so I'm actually looking very forward to it.
All right. Well, with that being said, before we get you out of here, is there anybody you'd like to thank that helped get you here tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody at Zuyos Racing, my girlfriend Heather, everybody at Hops and Barley and Bearded Goat, Scott and Victor, everything they do for me at the restaurant and brewery, and you guys for putting it on.
All right. Well, once again, congratulations on the podium. We'll get you out of here and celebrate that with your wonderful girlfriend Heather, and we'll see you on the next one.
All right, boys. Have a good night.
And that was the voice of Rob Yost Jr. Shane, another fun one in the books here tonight as we get ready to close this one out here. Before we get on out of here, we're going to go over those final results right now. There they are, as Brandon Honeycutt out of Driving Extreme finishes first. Andrew Tutt puts it on the podium, finishes second, and rounding out your podium up 11 spots is Rob Yost Jr. Aaron Espy finishes fourth. Fifth goes to Zach Pelicity. And Truce Hoke out of Hickory, North Carolina, he'll finish sixth. Brad Jewett, Colin McDonough, and Hiram Villar will finish 7th, 8th, and 9th. While the Chief Cook and Bottle Washer here at SRM, Jonathan Leach, Trevor Woodward, and Terry Fennell finishes 10th, 11th, 12th. Bradley Stefan, Brian LaPrat, and Trevor Catalano will finish 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th, respectively. And winning your race at the beer stand tonight is Andrew Deemer. Shane, what a fun night we had here this evening. Put another one in the books. And, go ahead and close this out on here, and so we can go racing ourselves and or watch Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, and trust me, I've already got my bag packed for Eldora, and there's no white in it because last thing you want to do is wear white at a dirt track. So I can't wait to see what these guys put on Tuesday night for their regular season finale here at the Racers Elite. But for Alan, up here in the Tony Trapazzo Memorial Broadcast booth, I am Shane Lake. And as we have always said, today, tomorrow, and the rest of the days as you walk down that road of life, please don't play in traffic. And until we meet again, take care.